Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to BB&T Ballpark and historic Bowman Field. Thanks to our friend Bill Nichols for the pregame ceremony and music. Thanks to everybody for taking part as well. Well, fans, in the year 2000, a $1.5 million renovation project renovated the entrance area, main concourse, concession areas, and restrooms here at the ballpark. Today, we are thrilled to mark the start of the largest renovation project since then at this 91-year-old facility, as we break ground for the construction of a new premium deck that will begin to transform the experience of enjoying a Williamsport Crosscutters game at BB&T Ballpark and give other users of the facility an area to hold additional events throughout the year. Now, in the towards the stadium in the back, you'll see a rendering of the deck that is to be constructed on this site. A two-tier deck expected to accommodate upwards of 250 people. It will feature rail seating, high-top tables, and four-top tables on both levels, along with a full bar and food service for fans on the deck. Help me bring a totally new experience and option for fans attending games at BB&T Ballpark. Before I go any further, I'd like to introduce those associated with this project who have joined us today. When your name is called, if you could just raise your hand and be recognized. First, from the city of Williamsport, Mayor Gabe Campana. The principal owner of the Williamsport Crosscutters, Mr. Peter Freund. Crosscutters Vice President and General Manager, Mr. Doug Estes. The Chairman of the Bowman Field Commission, Lou Hunsinger Jr. From River Valley Transit, a funding partner in this project, General Manager Bill Nichols Jr. Representing the Lycoming County Visitors Bureau, also providing funding, Executive Director Jason Fink. From Anthony Visco Architects, the designers and architects of the project, Tony Visco. Representing the general contractor on this project from Lundy Construction, Mr. Frank Lundy III. The project that we have, also we want to welcome our friends from BB&T Bank, Mr. Mike Petrine and Frank Gardini. Thank you guys for attending. This project is being financed as a result of a funding partnership between the Crosscutters, River Valley Transit, the Lycoming County Visitors Bureau, revenue generated by the use of BB&T Ballpark, as well as additional support from the City of Williamsport's administration. And before I introduce our first speaker, I would also like to recognize as a special guest representing Williamsport City Council and the Bowman Field Commission, Ms. Bonnie Katz. Bonnie, I just saw you there. And at this time, I would like to introduce Williamsport Mayor Gabe Campana to offer some words from the city on this great project. Mayor.
Thank you, Gabe. That's a wonderful first name, by the way. I'd like to first of all thank Bill Nichols for his presentation today. And Bill told me this just a couple minutes ago. Next week, he's going to try out for the national anthem here at the ballpark. So we look forward to that game that Bill performs. Today is another wonderful, beautiful day in the great city of Williamsport. And when we take a look at this project and many other projects, it's because of teamwork. So many individuals making this possible. When this deck finally arrives, this will add to the quality of life, this ballpark, and this wonderful city. And we are so fortunate as a city to have an affiliated minor league baseball team. So at this time, let's give a round of applause to Peter for continuing to believe in our wonderful city. I'd like to also recognize the staff of the Crosscutters. During my time in office for 9 years now, it's been a pleasure working with them, and they truly have the City of Williamsport's heart at hand. So let's give them a round of applause. And finally, I'd like to recognize the whole body of City Council. We have one individual here today. Thank you, Bonnie, but I'd like to publicly thank City Council for working with me on this project. And we also have Joel Henderson is here. Thank you, Joel. So it's been a pleasure, and I believe this will be phase one of the largest project to occur at the stadium in its history. Let's continue to work together, and in a few weeks I want to be able to say play ball. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for all your help and leadership in getting this project underway. It's important to note that with construction beginning today, the new deck will not be available for the Crosscutters 2016 season, so we're asking for some patience from our fans as part of the ballpark. This part that we're standing in will be under construction throughout the season, a temporary pain for what is a long-term gain. The deck will debut on opening day 2017. At this time, I would like to introduce the principal owner of the Williamsport Crosscutters, Mr. Peter Freund, for some views from the Crosscutters' perspective on this renovation project. Peter.
Thanks, everybody. Today is an incredibly exciting day for me and everybody in this community. When I purchased this team 18 months ago, I remember sitting with Doug and Gabe and talking about what this facility needed to make sure that affiliated baseball stayed in Williamsport. And from there, we drove to the mayor's office and we sat down and we had our very first meeting. And we discussed the priorities of how people see a minor league baseball game today. And that's community space, which is what this deck will bring to this community, where people can interact and enjoy a baseball game. And it's not in the traditional sense of what these older ballparks have, enjoyed for so many years. So this really is the first phase of what we hope to be many phases of improvements here to ensure that we can continue to partner with the Philadelphia Phillies and that this ballpark can thrive and that affiliated baseball stays in Williamsport for many, many years to come. We recently extended our lease with the city, which we're thrilled to do, and we hope we'll be doing it many times over. And I think with the leadership that is here today, which, by the way, starts with Gabe and Doug on the staff of the Crosscutters and then spreads to the mayor and Bill and everybody else in this room or in this open area, that we have a team here that's really been committed to baseball and wants this to succeed, and I think that's all you need. So it's really an emotional day for me because when I got here, I didn't know what I'd find, and what I found is a community that loves this team and wants it to be here like I want it to be here, and I think this is step one of making sure that the Williamsport Crosscutters are forever here. So I thank everybody for coming today, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Peter, so much for your leadership and certainly your vision on seeing this project through. And while everyone in the project will be available for one-on-one interviews from the media at the conclusion after we have our ceremonial groundbreaking photo, we would also be happy to take any general questions from the media or from attendees that you may have for the mayor or for Peter, if there are any at this time. Any questions right now, media? If not, obviously everyone will be available again for the one-on-one interviews once we are done. While we are getting set up for our groundbreaking ceremony, first, everybody who's part of the groundbreaking picture, those people who are contacted about that, feel free to come over, get your shovel, get your Red Cutters hard hat, and we'll get the photo set up. While we're doing that, we want to remind everybody that the Cutters 2016 season will begin on June 17th when the Cutters host the State College Spikes at 7:05. Opening night and single game tickets will go on sale next Monday, the 23rd of May. And we'll be holding the job fair here at the ballpark this Thursday, May 19th, from 4 to 7 p.m. And this Saturday, it's our community yard sale in our parking lot of BB&T Ballpark. Dozens of vendors, antiques, collectibles, new items, food, and much more. That's this Saturday from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Be sure to check out the Cutters' full game schedule and promotional schedule online at crosscutters.com. Thank you, everybody. We'll have our ceremonial photo in just a minute.